everybody, welcome back to Succeed with Omid. Today we're going to be talking about one of the possible reasons that your back might be hurting when you do any kind of leg lift, abdominal crunch, anything like that. Before I get into the actual tip and trick for the day, I do need to say I am not a doctor or a medical professional. This is not intended as any medical replacement for something that you might need surgery for. So practice at your own risk. But to revisit something I have another video on, the stomach vacuum is really important to be able to control. We've got these abdominal muscles here, and what they do is they do two things. They stop motion first. If somebody hits me from this side, I'm going to brace and hold myself by pulling down this way, and if somebody pushes me this way, I'm going to brace this way. But the diaphragm, this muscle that's kind of shaped like an umbrella over here, is the top of our inner unit. And what it does when it breathes, it draws up and in with the core, transverse abdominis, to pull everything out of the way. Then I have less blockage here for the abs to actually flex me over. If that doesn't happen, you're trying to flex on top of a lot of stuff in the way, and the back starts to get pulled in really funny ways. How is that going to compensate? Is it's going to pull backwards. And now I have all sorts of flexion and nastiness in the spine that it really doesn't like to do over and over and over again, instead of curling through here with a very still lower back. So practice the vacuum breathing. If you haven't seen my video on it, search it. I'll try and link it down below too. But here's the exercise that I love to teach new people. Laying down on the floor, wherever your back lands, leave it there. Unless it's one fist away from the ground, which I've trained some people with that much of a tilt in their hips. Wherever it is fine, okay? Flat legs on the ground, let the feet dangle, doesn't matter. But we're going to stick our hands under the lower back, right into that space. It doesn't matter how much pressure is on the hand. We're just going to brace the vacuuming effect in. Feel the pressure on the hands and hold it steady the whole time. What we're looking for is any change in that pressure, whether positive or negative. All I'm going to do is I'm going to lift one leg at a time, and I'm going to feel, hey, listen, did my pelvis rock from side to side onto the hands? Did it start to rock forward or backwards on and off the hands? Or was I able to keep that hip completely still? And because there's no flexion extension here, we're not using the abdominals for any flexing and pushing the spine down. We're using them for their primary function, which is stabilize against movement. And now I have the core holding the spine from left to right. I've got the diaphragm holding my ribs down. Everything is working as intended. And now my hip can actually go through full range of motion. What I find, guys, is that biomechanically, when everything is off, we lose range of motion. People say they have tight hamstrings because the hip is following them. And the hip says, hey, don't do that. Instead of just having this nice relaxed, everything fine, going through here. Just doing like 6 or 7 of these, guys, my core is already on fire. After people get this, then I start to get them into the flexion phase of things, flattening the back, even getting the little leg tuck up off of here. But if you can't do that first, the lower back is pushing way too hard into the ground. We're getting flattening through here. If you're a nerd like me, you've seen Stu McGill's research on how that affects the spine. Long story short, it's really bad, so don't do that. All right, that's it for today. Try this out. Let me know how it goes. Again, this isn't a replacement for any kind of surgery or anything like that. If you really have disc-on-disc action back there, this probably would be the worst thing for you to do in the world. You might blow yourself out, so get an x-ray first, okay? That's it for today. I hope this information was very helpful to you guys. As always, have a happy and healthy rest of your day. I'll talk to you next time.